Check, 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 check. Want the record to reflect I was going to call the best game of my life on Tuesday. And welcome to Simon Field, where in just a few minutes, DC Everest Baseball and Wausau East will renew their rivalry. Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Conley. This is a game that got rained out twice earlier in the season, but we're a go today. 74 degrees, partly sunny, and there's buzz around the ballpark. It's the pitching return of the Evergreens ace Nate Langman, who was seen in the first conference game of the year and then went out with a sore shoulder. Langman returns tonight. Our pregame coverage is brought to you by Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston, providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. With a 3-year nationwide warranty and free roadside assistance at Auto Select, you're good to go. Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston, and Highway 10 East and Church Street in Stevens Point. Here's the batting order and starters for the visitors, Wausau East. Ian Stahl will lead off and play left field. East will counter with pitcher Davis Winter, who will bat for himself and hit second. Caden Worth is the center fielder, who will bat third. Oliver Toharski is the designated hitter. He'll bat fourth. He's hitting for right fielder Carson Bauman. Zach Poggle is the third baseman, fifth. Ryan Bodemeyer's the catcher, batting sixth. Jack Barthels is the shortstop. He'll hit seventh. Jed Vandersanden is the first baseman, batting eighth. And Bodie Beaversdorf is at second base. He'll bat ninth. For the visiting Lumberjacks, who arrive with a 12-5 record, Stahl, Winter, Worth, Toharski, Poggle, Rodemeyer, Barthels, Vandersanden, and Beaversdorf. For the home Evergreens, leading off at third base is Nevin Poppy. Shortstop Colin Ebersol will bat second. Nate Langman will pitch and hit for himself, batting third. Cole Van Slyke is the first baseman. He'll hit fourth. Jake Versimak in right field, batting fifth. Andrew Cotter, the catcher, will hit sixth. Seventh in left field is Brennan Hochberger. Logan George is the second baseman. He'll bat eighth, and Pearson McDonald is in center field, batting ninth. For the home Evergreens, who came in after a loss last night to Merrill, 6-5. Evergreens are 10-8 overall. It's Poppy, Ebersold, Langman, Van Slyke, Versimak, Cotter, Hochberger, George, and Pearson McDonald. The wind is dead calm. It's kind of the warmest home game that we've had so far this season. The crowd at Simon Field comes to its feet for the national anthem. It'll be great to see Nate Langman back on the mound. He'll be ready to operate when we come right back on Zaleski Sports.
Find auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable automotive repair from the experts you can trust will exceed your expectations. Auto repair has never been so comfortable, with a spacious, clean waiting room with refreshments along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. And ask about their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. For your next auto repair or maintenance, bring your vehicle to Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Friday, May 31st is the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment. Also, enjoy free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, June 1st, the parade starts at 11 a.m. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at Upham Mansion. Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting outdoor beverage garden with live music. For more information, visit marshfieldchamber.com.
Welcome back. As Nate Langbin takes his warm-up pitches, here's the defense behind him. In left field, Brennan Hochberger, Pearson McDonald in center, Jake Versimak in right. On the infield for Everest in the home white with the green numerals, Nevin Poppy at third, Colin Ebersold's the shortstop, Logan George at second, Cole Van Slyke at first. Senior to senior, Andrew Cotter and Nate Langbin complete the Evergreens battery. Now, all due respect to Noah Marshke, the fabulous smash left-hander. Marshke is going to win Pitcher of the Year honors just because he's pitched a whole season. His earned run average is 0.64. But Nate Langbin, in the one conference game he pitched in, did not allow a hit. So, Langbin has not given up a hit so far this season. Now, it's only his second game. But with the return of Nate Langbin, he'll pitch one more time against Marshfield next week, probably the Thursday game. And then when the Evergreens go to postseason, the Evergreens could win any game that Nate Langbin is the starting pitcher in. Here's Ian Stahl to lead off for Wausau East, and there's the spot, strike one on the outside corner. Velocity looks good, mechanics look just fine too for young Nate. Graduate in 2 weeks, then off to Wichita State. Just missed outside, 1-1. The game that Nate Langbin pitched in over in Stevens Point. It's a game where the Evergreens lost 1-0 in 8 innings. He worked 7 and was not hit on safely. So bouncer back to the mound. While Langbin adjusted his cap before fielding that ball and then threw over to first base. There's the first out.
Batting second, the pitcher, number 4, Davis Winter.
Here's Davis Winter, the opposing pitcher. Davis must have kind of rolled his head back when he found out, hey, yeah, Nate Langbin's ready to go again today. Oh, really? These teams have already met once this season over at East. Little high, ball 1. That was a competitive game. Game was tied 1-1 going into the late innings, then things fell apart. It was a miserable day. It was raining that day. The Evergreens were 7-2 winners when all was said and done. And both of these teams come in. There's strike one, a ball and a strike, with different results. Wausau East, when last seen, 3-1 winners over Marshfield. And the Evergreens just inexplicably went up to Merrill last night and lost 6-5. Hit to second, Logan George has it. 2 up and 2 down for Nate Langbin. Yeah, we saw the Evergreens play Merrill on Tuesday. That was a game where we didn't have any connectivity up here in the press box. It was supposed to be a Zaleski Sports game, had to be scrapped at the last minute. The Evergreens just bossed Merrill around that Tuesday afternoon, 12-1. A game that came to an early end on the 10-run rule. And it's just hard to imagine 2 days later the Evergreens go up there, played from behind, and came up a run short. Caden Worth overthrew to him, ball 1. Yeah, but this is a development. Nate Langbin's return to the mound that just changes the outlook for the Evergreens season. 2 balls and no strikes. You figure the Evergreens are going to be winners any time that Nate Langbin starts. And I think that would carry into postseason play too. Just missed on the outside corner. Langbin's behind 3-0. And there's a high strike, 3-1. Didn't look much different than the pitch before it, which was judged to be a ball. The one time he pitched against Spash, Langbin did allow at least 1 walk, so he was not perfect in that game. Took something off there, and it's low. A 2-out base runner for Wausau East.
Designated hitter, number 2, Oliver Tarosky.
Oliver Tarosky is the designated hitter who will hit now with 2 outs and a man down at first base. And you know what? You never wish injury on any young athlete. But Nate Langbin's absence has revealed some pitchers that the Evergreens didn't think would be all that good. Wild pitch up high, and runner moves down to second base. The Evergreens literally discovered Carter Miller, their sophomore pitcher who's been effective this year. I'm not sure how much varsity pitching Carter Miller would have been doing this year if Nate Langbin was healthy all the time. And Carter Miller in his junior and senior year is going to be a pitching star for the Evergreens. 1 ball and no strikes. There's a strike, 1-1. Baseball is brought to you by the Greenheck Group, the global leader in creating air movement and control equipment. Greenheck is one of Wausau's largest employers, the perfect place for the next step in your career. Apply at greenheck.com. That's greenheck.com. 1-1 pitch with 2 outs and a man on second. Took something off and bends it right in, a ball and 2 strikes. Langdon last year as a junior was good at spotting that cutter, just like he did there. Over the outside corner, I mean, that's a ground ball out pitch if anyone makes contact with it. A ball and 2 strikes. Steps off, and the runner retreats to second base. We're right back on the air tomorrow. A doubleheader as Eau Claire Memorial comes here to Simon Field. Tell you a little more about that in just a moment. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Tuharski strikes out, and the first inning comes to an end. Evergreens coming up when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Elite Auto Care is a family-owned business providing top-notch car care to the Schofield, Weston, and Wausau area. They deliver honest and professional automotive repair and maintenance services with quality ASE certified technicians that you can trust. Elite Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles. From general maintenance, air conditioning and brakes to exhaust, axle repair, tires, or just a simple oil change. Turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Welcome back to Simon Field. I'm Chris Conley. Evergreens ready to bat in the bottom of the first against Davis Winter, a right-handed junior. Here's the defense behind him. Ian Stalls in left, Caden Worth in center, Carson Bauman in right. The Lumberjacks infield, Zach Poggles, the third baseman, Jack Barthels at short, Bodie Beaversdorf at second base, and Jed Vandersanden at first base. Ryan Rodemeyer is the catcher, ready to receive from Davis Winter. There's a strike to Nevin Poppy. Poppy's bat has been hot the last couple of games. Took something off, smacked just foul. Poppy's got good speed, too. Put that in the corner. That would have been 2, maybe 3 bases. Poppy's down, no balls, 2 strikes. Coming home, fouled off into the screen. Baseball is brought to you by Camping World of Rothschild, just off I-39, with a huge inventory of new and used RVs, travel trailers, wheels, and campers. Treat yourself to memories that'll last a lifetime. Camping World of Rothschild. Swing and a miss. Poppy swings at the high, hard one and makes no contact.
Batting second, shortstop, number 3, Colin Ebersol.
Colin Ebersol to hit for the Evergreens. You know, Tuesday's game was senior night. So we hear about some of the future plans for our seniors. Colin Ebersol's going into healthcare. On the outside corner, strike 1. And the Evergreens have 2. The honor roll list just came out for this year's graduating senior class. The Evergreens have 2 players who are graduating magna cum laude. What an honor. That's 4 years of 4.0. Not too shabby. And those Evergreens are Andrew Cotter, our starting catcher, and the current batter, Colin Ebersol. Congratulations to both. Gold tassels for you on graduation day. Here's a fly ball to right field. Skied to Carson Bauman, who's under it and makes the catch. Quickly 2 outs.
Designated hitter pitcher, number 23, Nate Langdon.
Nate Langdon will take his turn with 2 outs and nobody on. Down low, ball 1. Everest graduation is late this year, May 29th. So got a couple more weeks to go before you can tell the coaches what you really think. Line drive right at the left fielder. Ian Stahl is there. Hit on the button, but nothing to show for it. The Evergreens go 3 up, 3 down in the first. 1 complete, no score between DC Everest and East on Zaleski Sports.
Axis Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating, but with Axis Insurance you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at AxisInsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
We're back at Simon Field where the top of the second is on. East has 5, 6, and 7 in their batting order, ready to hit against Nate Langdon. I'm Chris Conley. Baseball's brought to you by Fleet Farm. Pick up your pet's favorites from Fleet Farm. Everything from food and treats to toys and health products under one roof and all the brands you trust. Dogs or cats, they've got you covered. Shop your pet's everyday essentials at Fleet Farm. We said the DC Everest graduation is late this year. Both of the Wausau high schools graduate early. In fact, tomorrow, Saturday, is graduation day for both the Lumberjacks and the Wausau West Warriors.
Top of the second inning for the Lumberjacks, left third baseman, number 17, Zach Poggle.
Here is Zach Poggle to lead off the top of the second. So graduation tomorrow is actually going to affect Wausau East's baseball schedule. Wausau East tomorrow is scheduled for a doubleheader over at Green Bay against Notre Dame, the best Division II team in the state. And, of course, none of their seniors will be there. It's graduation day. Strike on the outside corner. So Wausau East will be bringing over a lot of junior varsity players and will likely have 2 more losses put on them. Cutter drops in for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Now, graduation will also affect our Zaleski sports coverage tomorrow for the DC Everest game. That didn't miss by much. Little outside, I guess. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tomorrow, Eau Claire Memorial comes over here. I will be on the mic for only the first game because my youngest daughter is graduating at Wausau West tomorrow afternoon. Can't do both of them. I think the game plan is we're going to keep our Zaleski sports cameras on for game 2. So for those who think maybe I like the game better without that guy talking all the time. Fly ball to center. Pearson McDonald is over and makes the catch. Zach Poggle is retired. So for those of you who think maybe you prefer the sounds of silence, that's how you'll hear game 2.
Number 1, Ryan Rodemeyer.
First game's at 11. Second game will probably get underway at 2 o'clock. That's a little too close for my daughter's 4 p.m. graduation. Ryan Rodemeyer takes strike 1. Langman looks sharper here in this second inning than he was in the first, where he issued a walk and threw a wild pitch. Little low. Hard one to lay off. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, we've had 2 graduations in the Conley family this year. Breaks in, 1 ball and 2 strikes. My oldest son graduating with his master's in education from the University of Minnesota. And then my youngest daughter from Wausau West. Bounced off the plate. This will be a tough play for the third baseman. Poppy, safe. That's the first hit that Nate Langman's allowed all year. And it's a weird roller up the third base line. Wow.
Number 5, Jack Barthels.
Well, he's human after all. Jack Barthels will bat. Wausau East has had a runner aboard in each of the first 2 innings against Nate Langman. Nevin Poppy hustled in to try and make that play close at first base. Called correctly. That's an infield hit. Strike 1. Again, there's 1 out. Got to look down at your third base coach. You're going to try and sacrifice a runner over? With the man at first, what do you need? You need an extra base hit or 2 hits to bring that runner all the way around. How likely are those things against Nate Langman? Down low, a ball and a strike. Marshfield's Dairy Fest is coming up May 31st, June 1st and 2nd. Check out the Marshfield Chamber of Commerce website. That's marshfieldchamber.com for all the details. And we'll see you in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend. Love to the cows. Swing and a miss, a ball and 2 strikes. I know in Marshfield during that big parade, the guys who pass out the candy wear those cow costumes. It's a little strange, not something you'll find deep in my closet. A ball and 2 strikes. Hit and runs on, a take and a throw down to second, safe, a stolen base. So East does manage to get the runner into scoring position here. Back at home plate, it's 2-2 to Jack Barthels. Overthrows there, up high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So far, this kind of looks like a comeback game, like there's a little bit of rust for Nate Langman. You think that that'll work itself out over the next couple of innings? Count is full here. 1 out and a runner on second. Barthels waits. Call strike 3. Barthels took a step like he thought he was going to first base, till the home plate umpire told him, no, sir. That's the 2nd out of the inning.
First baseman.
Jed Vandersanden, the first baseman, will hit now for East.
Jed Vandersanden.
2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Jed's got to deliver a hit to the outfield here. Sunshine working through the earlier cloud cover makes it an even more pleasant afternoon. You know, a lot of times, spring sports in Wisconsin, you get a cold game in April, and then you're rewarded with really nice games from the middle to the later parts of May. I don't think we had any real cold weather games earlier this year. Mother Nature's been kind to us. Ball 1. This, I believe, will be the warmest afternoon for baseball so far this season. We were at 74 for first pitch. On the outside corner, 1-1. Nope, judged ball 2? Okay. I thought that was a little bit outside, and opposing batters will tell you Nate Langman doesn't need any help. So now 2 balls and no strikes. 2 outs, runner at second. Coming home. Adjusted and breaks in with the cutter, 2-1. Nope, beg your pardon. We had it right the first time. Big Blue just indicated 1 ball and 2 strikes. Corrected count. We've got it right here, 1-2. Thank you, Blue, for the help. Swing and a miss. There's a second strikeout in the inning and a third strikeout in the game for Nate Langman. East leaves a runner at second. We'll go to the bottom of the second. There's no score between East and Everest on Zaleski Sports.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot.
People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
I'm Karen from the Hearing House. Ignoring hearing loss can have many negative effects on your body and your life. Even if you don't realize it, it can affect your mind, your relationships, the way you feel, the way you act, your activities. Hearing loss is so much more than not hearing what people are saying. That's why at the Hearing House, we're so passionate about what we do, because we see the changes in people's lives.
So call us if you're ready to find out if we can help you.
Make your house a hearing house.
Cole Van Slyke, Jake Versimak, and Andrew Cotter to hit for the Evergreens in the home half of the second inning. I'm Chris Conley, and we're brought to you by Merrill Steel. Merrill Steel is your partner for structural steel fabrication. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest. Apply at merrillsteel.com. Davis Winter retired the first three batters that he's faced, and he's ready to work to Cole Van Slyke. Everest sophomore. Cole's been playing such a good bat that he's been the DH when he's not been playing first base. He's at first today. Up and away, ball one to start off the home half of the second. Yep, 11 a.m. first pitch tomorrow as Eau Claire Memorial comes here. No visits to Carson Park this year, as Eau Claire North and Eau Claire Memorial both come here this year. Mosinee was originally going to be part of a triangular, but they've got a conference game that's got to be made up. Got to get all the conference games in. This is skied in foul territory, out of play down the third base line. 2-1 to Cole Van Slyke. So again, our Zaleski Sports cameras will be on for both games tomorrow as the Old Abes come here. I'll have the play-by-play for game one. Popped up. Foul territory, maybe a play. Catcher over and makes the catch. Ryan Rodemeyer has retired Cole Van Slyke in foul ground.
Right field.
4 up and 4 down. Promising start for Davis Winter. Jake Versimak to hit now. If I've got my scheduling right, Everest football will go over to Carson Park, I believe week 2 of the next football season in the fall. Well, we've got a whole glorious summer to get through. Let's not rush that. Inside out swing and a line drive to right. There's the Evergreens' first hit. Jake Versimak gets the trees going. Week 9? Yeah, you know what? Football is all discombobulated this coming season. We're adding some of the Eau Claire area schools. You know, sooner or later, one of the crossover games is going to have the Evergreens going up to Superior. Boy, I sure hope that's not a Thursday night game. Everyone will be sleeping in on Friday. The whole town will be, 10 o'clock in the morning, we'll wake up the next day. Here's Andrew Cotter. First pitch to Cotter is ball 1. Hit on the ground to third. To second, there's one. Back to first. Safe at first base. So Cotter is fast enough to avoid being doubled up. The second out is made at second base. And Brennan Hochberger will get to hit. Yeah, we've decided that the drive up to Superior is so far that we would cede that part of Wisconsin to Minnesota if they'd have it. They could have Duluth and Superior.
Base number 19, Logan Sherrick.
Logan Sherrick will be the courtesy runner for Andrew Cotter here.
Number 6, Brennan Hochberger.
And while that is the longest of drives, you know, when we get up there, Superior's a really good host. They have nice facilities. Athletic department's very well run. We've done games at Superior over the years. Swing and a miss. Strike one for Brennan Hochberger. 2 outs and a man on first in a scoreless game. Superior's got artificial turf on all of their outdoor fields. Football, soccer, baseball. They've got the older turf, not the new field turf here where it's plastic, but it's individual blades of grass made of plastic. No, Superior's got the older carpet-style turf. And baseball is just completely different there. That you bounce something off that turf, it goes up over people's heads. Fly ball to right, and it's caught there by Carson Bauman to bring the inning to a close. Evergreens get a hit but do not advance a runner beyond first base. 2 complete, no score. Lumberjacks and Evergreens on Zaleski Sports.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
We're back at Simon Field, and the top of the third inning is on. 9-1-2 in the Lumberjacks batting order to face Nate Langman, who on an infield roller up the third base line allowed his first hit of the entire season for Nate's work. And this is Nate's only second pitching appearance. 3 strikeouts, a walk, and a wild pitch on his line so far. A little bit low, ball 1. Talk about artificial turf. There was a year that all 3 of the high schools in Appleton had all their football fields. All 3 of them were done during the summer. Appleton North, Appleton East, and Appleton West all got new fields, all put in by the same company. Strike 1-1. We're going over there for a game. Luke Coonan was still the Everest football coach back then. And he says you can tell which company did the work because there's one company that installs artificial turf fields, and the rubberized pellets underneath the field are black. He says there's another company, their pellets are white. And he said you could tell it was the other company, the white company, that did all the fields in Appleton. And I said, Coach, why don't we get our own company going with green? And then no one could tell. And then Coach Coonan went ahead and retired before our big business plan could get underway. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bouncing ball on the infield again. This is going to be a tough play for Nate Pop, the third baseman. Got him! Just holding, I guess his big toe was still on the bag. Cole Van Slyke stretches out, and the Evergreens get the out at first. Ian Stahl to the top of the batting order, ready to hit for the Lumberjacks. And first, there will be a conversation at first base. That was a bang-bang play. Now, we have the different side of the bag than the infield umpire. To my view, maybe Cole Van Slyke was pulled off the bag. Maybe. But again, we're seeing it from this side of the field. The first base umpire is seeing it from the backside, but he's much closer than we are, obviously. The call stands at first base. Out. Ian Stahl bounced back to the pitcher his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. Down low, ball 1. To right field, couple of steps back, and under it is Jake Versamak. There's the second out. 2 up and 2 down. Opposing pitcher Davis Winter will take his turn.
Pitcher Davis Winter.
Winter throws right-handed, but will bat from the left side. Grounded out to second his first time up, so he's 0 for 1 today. Low, ball 1 to Winter. Baseball is brought to you by Backey's Family Chiropractic in Rothschild. Personalized chiropractic care in a family-oriented atmosphere. They'll help any age patients that's fouled on the third base line. From just a few days old to moms and dads keeping up with the kids, no matter what the issue your body is battling, migraines, anxiety, stress, youth issues, let Backey's Family Chiropractic give you back the life you deserve. A ball and a strike. Out in front of that and just foul-tipped it. Ouch, and that got Andrew Cotter. Yet that hit the dirt and came up and underneath. The most sensitive spot for a catcher. Home plate umpire will deliver the ball out to Nate Langbin to give Andrew Cotter a little more time. Cotter just indicated with a glove that I'm okay. Well, we're not quite convinced of that until we see Andrew get up to his feet and walk around a little bit. He's doing that now. Right. I remember as a Little League umpire, the catchers had to knock. You had to make sure that that piece of equipment was present. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Langbin's trying to bid for his first 3 up, 3 down inning. That's fouled back, 1 and 2. Langbin's ready to go. Cotter is 2. Down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Long set, coming home. Hit to second on the short hop. Logan George picks that and throws over to first. There's a 3 up, 3 down inning for Nate Langbin. Bottom of the third up next. Scoreless on Zaleski Sports.
No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. At the end of 2.5.
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Construction, Wausau time.
Bottom of the third is on, and the Evergreens have 8, 9, and 1 in their batting order to go against Davis Winter. Winter's been good so far. He's allowed just 1 hit, a line drive from the bat of Jake Versamak. Something nice for the Everest baseball program. The Everest baseball program, I think, has more sponsor support than in any year that I've done these games. We have more advertising across the outfield wall here at Simon Field. Some of the sponsors are doing double duty. That they are both sponsors of our Zaleski Sports broadcasts and of the Everest baseball team. Logan George takes ball one to start off the bottom of the third. There's a strike, 1-1. I remember from the older days of Major League Baseball, there were just some advertisers that you remember along the outfield wall. At Fenway Park up against the Green Monster, W.B. Mason, Boston-based office supply company. Who else but W.B. Mason? It's 2-0 here to Logan George. At Ebbets Field in Brooklyn, people remember the Abe Stark sign right underneath the scoreboard in right field. You know what the sign said? Hit sign, win suit. Abe Stark was a menswear company. And with what baseball players got paid back then, a free suit was a nice thing. 2-2 here to Logan George. Low, and the count fills up. At the old Polo Grounds, again, Ebbets Field and the Polo Grounds, ballparks that were gone long before I came around. Chesterfield Cigarettes. And when an official hit was scored a hit, the H blew smoke in Chesterfield, and when it was an error, the E blew smoke. Swing and a miss, there's a strikeout. Logan George is the first out.
Center fielder, number 11, Pearson McDonald.
When I was younger, every minor league ballpark had the Marlboro Man billboard. Guy on the horse with a rope or a lasso up beyond the outfield wall. Of course, no cigarette advertising at all these days. In fact, I think in the minor leagues, I don't think the players are allowed to chew tobacco. I think that's a thing of the past also. It's a good change. Strike one on the inside corner to Pearson McDonald. One out, nobody on. But yeah, the Marlboro Man billboard was in every minor league ballpark. No matter where you saw footage of a minor league baseball home run, the Marlboro Man was out there beyond the outfield wall. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. You know, so far this game is playing out a lot like the first meeting between East and Everest. A 1-1 game into the late innings. See who's going to play from in front this afternoon. Late swing to third. Shortstop's got it. Throw. Safe. Going to be an infield hit for Pearson McDonald.
Third baseman.
Here comes Nevin Poppy with 1 out and a runner aboard. PMAC's got good speed at first base. So there are a lot of possibilities for this at-bat for Nevin Poppy, who I think is the hottest bat right now in the Everest lineup. Even when Poppy's made outs, line drives. He was a rare strikeout victim his first appearance. Runner is not going, turns him inside, ball 1. Would not be surprised at all if sometime during this sequence, Pearson McDonald, the runner at first, is in motion. Throw over to first, just back. That was close at first base. We're brought to you by Express Employment. Get help finding your next career at Express Employment Professionals. Locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, Marshfield. Learn more at expresspros.com. That's expresspros.com. Runner is going. Pitches down low. Catcher couldn't handle it. They're going to say that time was called before the pitch was delivered. Okay? And apparently it was Nevin Poppy who called it. Runner goes back to first. No pitch there, so we stay at 1 ball, no strike. Runner's going again. On the ground to short. The hit and run means he only plays to first, so it's a productive at-bat for Nevin Poppy. Moves the runner into scoring position with 2 down for Colin Ebersold.
Shortstop, Colin Ebersold.
Colin's one of my favorite evergreens. We bragged about him in his first time at bat, graduating with honors. Seen Ebersold a lot because he's a multi-sport athlete. Enjoyed watching him play during the baseball season too. Down low to Colin, ball 1. He's in the RBI spot here. Hit to the outfield, breaks the scoreless tie with 2 down. At the knees for a strike, 1-1. We should give props to our Zaleski Sports sponsor, Express Employment. They're raising money in Stevens Point to wipe out the cafeteria debt for kids in the Spash District. Always nice to see our sponsors, even though it doesn't involve either of the schools here, doing good in the community. Down low, runner's going to try and take third. There'll be a throw there, safe, and it goes into the outfield. A wild pitch and a throwing error, and the Evergreens manufacture the first run of the afternoon. Catcher Ryan Rodemeyer threw wildly to second base. 1-0 Evergreens. So in what figures to be a tight game, the Evergreens are gifted a run. 2 outs and the base is now empty for Colin Ebersold at 2 balls and 1 strike. Little high, 3 balls and 1 strike. Nate Langman waits in the on-deck circle if the inning continues. He has not been scored on all year. And that's outside. The inning does continue. Colin Ebersold gets a walk. It's kind of a tough break for Davis Winter. Winter's pitching well for Wausau East. Ebersold's got good speed at first, too. Something to the gap could bring him all the way around. Ball 1 to Langman. Evergreens have pushed a run across here in the bottom of the third, 1-0. Again, East gutted out a low-scoring game earlier. Runners going, catcher kind of double clutches, and safe. The throw is into the outfield. It's going to be a second throwing error on Ryan Rodemeyer. Stolen base and an error moves Colin Ebersold all the way over to third. So now this at-bat is magnified for Nate Langman. A hit brings in another run. Fly ball to center. This is going to bring the inning to a close. Couple of steps in and over. Caden Worth has retired Nate Langman. The Evergreens get 1 run with the benefit of 1 hit. Wild pitch and an error brought that run in. Our new score at the end of 3, it's DC Everest 1, Wausau East 0 on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
At Abbey Bank, we understand the importance of your financial journey. Experience the future of banking with our cutting-edge digital solutions. Access your accounts anytime, anywhere, seamlessly. But we're more than just digital convenience. Step into any one of our branches and feel the warmth of personalized service. We're not just a bank, we're part of your community. Discover the difference at Abbey Bank, where we make banking about you.
To the top of the 4th, the Evergreens now lead 1-0. East has their big bats, 3, 4, and 5 in their batting order. Worth, Taharski, and Poggle to hit. You know what I was watching earlier in this week? On YouTube, all of the Baseball Hall of Fame speeches are all online. So I'm looking at Reggie Jackson's Hall of Fame speech. Again, Reggie Jackson, I saw him play a lot of times when I was a kid at Yankee Stadium. Reggie Jackson, very well spoken.
Top of the fourth inning, center fielder, Caden Worth.
And of course, Reggie Jackson, big slugger in the late 70s and early 80s. And he talked about negotiating one of his contracts, his last contract before he became a free agent, with Charlie Finley of the Oakland A's. And he says earlier in the season, Catfish Hunter, the A's best pitcher, signed a contract for $55,000. This is in the late 70s, 78 or 70, $55,000. And Charlie Finley said, I'm not paying you more than Catfish. So he got $55,000 too. You imagine that, a Hall of Fame, the best slugger of his generation. And Reggie Jackson played after Hank Aaron. $55,000. We got guys that ride the bench and are pinch hitters who make millions in Major League Baseball today. Caden Worth asks for time and steps out.
Did he? Okay. Well, maybe he did. I didn't see it. But you got a little better angle on that.
Up high, we believe it's 3 balls and no strikes. Our home plate umpire just checked his indicator. He'll usually turn around and flash to us if we don't have it right. I believe we are indeed at 3-0 to Caden Worth. Hit on the ground to short. Bobbled for a moment across the diamond, safe. That's a bobble and an error there on Colin Ebersold. No hit. If Ebersold plays that cleanly, he gets the out. First error of the afternoon and a leadoff base runner for Wausau East. We're brought to you by Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston, providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. A 3-year nationwide warranty, free roadside assistance at Auto Select. You're good to go. Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston. Oliver Toharski, his first ball swinging, and it's popped up foul. East has put a runner on in 3 of the 4 frames that we've played so far. So it's not like Nate Langman has been absolutely lights out. The one hit he's allowed, an infield hit. Slow roller up the third base line. Throw over to first, runner is back. Again, with that runner at first base, East has got to think about how to get him down to second. Do you bunt here? Hit and run? Runner's not going, and there's a strike, 1-1. Beg your pardon, foul ball and then a call, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes here on Oliver Toharski. Throw over, just back. Maybe it's Oliver Tarajki. Not sure that I'm saying Oliver's last name right. Tom Magnuson, East assistant coach, who I work with every morning, will let me know. Runners going, swing, and fouled off. Had the hit and run on. We stay at 0-2. Tom's a stickler for getting the names right. Meanwhile, I have an illustrious broadcast career where I've done nothing but get names wrong for decades now. I've joked that every person's last name who plays active sports should be Smith or Brown. Waiting on an 0-2 pitch again. Runner is not going. Swing and tipped. Nope. Strike 3. Not tipped. No need to throw down to first. There's a runner there. Tarajki has struck out for a second time today.
Third baseman.
I guess the tough thing for Wausau East is that's an unproductive at-bat. Got the leadoff man aboard. You got to get him down to second, but you need some contact. It's the strikeout that hurts there. Zach Poggle flew out to center field his first time up. Runner's back. Makes it more likely that Caden Worth, the runner at first base, is going to be going sometime in this at-bat. See if Andrew Cotter can throw somebody out. Runner is not going. Big cut. Swing and a miss. Wausau East has racked up more wins than we've seen in past seasons. 12-5 overall. Now, they play an easier schedule than the Evergreens, but still they're successful. Hit and runs on. Ground ball to second. It's bobbled. Everybody's safe. Runner's going to advance to third. Shortstop Colin Ebersol thought that maybe he'd get that over to second base. Probably took his eye off the ball. Collins committed a second error in the inning. First and third with one out for Ryan Rodemeyer. Rodemeyer's got the one hit for Wausau East so far. Evergreen's catcher Andrew Cotter is indicating to his infield how they'd like to play a double steal situation here. One out, first and third. East's best scoring opportunity so far in the game here in the top of the fourth. Little high, ball one. Evergreens beat East in their earlier meeting. The Lumberjacks are playing for a season split today. And that's a pitch that's off the glove of catcher Andrew Cotter, and the game is tied. Pitch was outside, but that's got to be handled there. 1-1. Yeah, I think if I'm the official scorer, that's a pass ball because it's off the catcher's glove there. Run comes in, and Zach Poggle, the runner at first base, moves up to second for Rodemeyer, who's ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. There's a strike. So there's the first run of the entire season that Nate Langman's allowed. Unearned. On base because of an error and advanced to third on another error. Up high, 3-1. So Nate Langman's earned run average still 0.00. Kind of frustrating for the Evergreens, working hard for a lead, and they give it back the very next frame. 3-1 pitch. Swung at the high, hard one. 3-2. Not a lot of high school batters, no matter how good you are at the plate, is going to catch up with that pitch. High velocity, and it's up high above the letters. It's the one you just have to lay off. Nate Langman has bounced back to a full count. One down and coming home. Just outside. Lost him. It's Nate's second walk of the afternoon. Jack Barthol's to hit. Runners at first and second. Barthol's calls time, and the Evergreens are asking for time too. Pitching coach Josh Nielsen will take a walk out to the mound. Baseball on Zaleski Sports is brought to you by Axis Insurance. Whether it concerns your personal life or your business, with Axis Insurance you'll know you're taken care of. Auto, home, business, life, and disability. No matter what your needs, look to Axis Insurance and rest easy. AxisInsurance.net. Axis Insurance, their business revolves around you. And we're sponsored by the Hearing House, providing personalized hearing health care from 5 locations throughout central Wisconsin. Call Karen or Todd and schedule an appointment today. Wausau, Stevens Point, Colby, Neelsville, or Marshfield. Make your house a hearing house. I mean, first and foremost, during a conversation like this, you want to ask Nate Langman how he's feeling. Any discomfort when he's throwing? I mean, they take him out immediately if that was the case. Nate Langman will stay in. Yet East has a run in without the benefit of a hit. 2 errors in the inning and a walk. Run came in from third on a pass ball. Barthel struck out looking his first time. He thought the pitch that he was called out on was ball 4. Strike 1. Langman also has been working slower than he usually does. A lot of time between pitches. And this ball is a hit to center field. Going to try and score the run. There may be a play at the plate. Ball is there in time. It's a little up the first base line. Wausau East gets a hit and takes the lead 2-1. Jack Barthel's RBI to center field. Lumberjacks take their first lead of the afternoon.
First baseman
Jed Vandersanden to hit now. He also struck out his first time. You know, I'm thinking now of what Nate Langman's pitch count is. He's probably in the 50s now, maybe 60. So the pitch count's a little bit high here, too. Strike 1. Yeah, that was pitch number 66, I'm told. 0-1 pitch. Up high, 1-1. Evergreen's behind with Nate Langman on the mound. Who'd have thunk? Of course, the defense has been a little shaky this inning, too. That hasn't helped the cause. 1-1 pitch. Late swing to short. Coming in is Ebersol. Throws across the diamond. There's the second out, but both runners move up 90 feet. Vandersanden's ground out moves runners from first and second now to second and third. Bodie Beversdorf, the number 9 hitter in the East lineup, will hit here. Bodie grounded out to third his first time. In the middle innings, this is a huge at-bat. A hit would bring in 2 more runs. Strike 1. Langman's looking to slam the door on this top of the 4th inning. Boy, East would be over the moon if Beversdorf hit safely here. Swing and a miss. I think he helped Langman here. That pitch was going to be low. Instead, he's down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. We're brought to you by Nicolet Bank, offering personal banking at its best. Locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. Or learn more at nicoletbank.com. 0-2 pitch. Just missed. Langman was 2 steps off the mound and headed towards the dugout. Thought he had strike 3 there. Instead, the inning continues at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nate thought it was strike 3 because he hit his spot. Hit the glove of catcher Andrew Cotter perfectly. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, waved at that one, and the inning has come to an end. That's the 5th strikeout for Nate Langman. 2 errors, 1 hit, and 2 runs come in. Wausau East has taken the lead. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, and our new score is 2-1 Lumberjacks on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to J&D Tube Benders. Here at J&D, we strive to meet our customers' requirements and expectations. We pursue this goal through the effort of our dedicated employees by continually improving in the areas of customer service, quality, and productivity. We pride ourselves on not only being a pillar of the manufacturing industry, but a family to our employees. J&D Tube Benders, the fastest name in tube line fabrication.
Buy 3 Goodyear tires and 1 is free has been extended at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Plus, get up to $200 back on 4 installed Goodyear tires when you use the Goodyear credit card. Buy 3 and 1 is free in March at Sherrill Tire and Auto. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Bottom of the fourth, and the Evergreens have 4, 5, and 6 in their batting order coming up. Cole Van Slyke, Jake Versamak, and Andrew Cotter try and get this game evened up against the Lumberjacks against Davis Winter. Mentioned earlier in our broadcast, Reggie Jackson and Catfish Hunter, the great A's players, who each made $55,000 a season.
First baseman, Cole Van Slyke.
Catfish Hunter, in his autobiography, wrote about playing winter ball one year in Venezuela. And he said down there, they bet on everything involving baseball. Is this guy going to get a hit? Is this guy going to get a walk? How many runs in this inning? So there's a lot of chatter in the stands just on regular balls and strikes. There's someone who's got money running on whether this guy's going to walk or hit or get a strikeout. Cole Van Slyke takes ball 1. Catfish Hunter says he was pitching, and people in the stands are riding the umpire. And Cole Van Slyke is hit safely to lead off the inning. Third hit for the Evergreens.
Right fielder, Jake Versamak.
So the fans are giving the home plate umpire a hard time on ball and strike calls. Why? Because they have money riding on it. And the home plate umpire reaches into his ball bag and, in Catfish Hunter's version of the story, pulls out a handgun and turns towards the crowd. And he said he decided then he was not going to play winter ball in Venezuela after that. First ball swinging to short, there's 1. Back to first, safe at first base. Jake Versamak almost doubled off. One out. Runner at first for Andrew Cotter.
Andrew Cotter.
I would think storing your piece in your ball bag if you were an umpire would be unsafe. What if that thing fires off during a foul ball or something that goes in there? When I was a kid, I had Reggie Jackson, Catfish Hunter, Thurman Munson, and Greg Nettles posters. Why? Because they all wore Puma cleats. That was the company my dad worked for. That's why we had the field box at Yankee Stadium. Of course, what Puma needed was for their specialty shoes that were made only in Europe. You needed an importer for that back then. The rules have changed. Down the first base side, that's foul for Cotter. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, if you imported very small numbers of things into the United States, you needed a U.S. importer. And Puma made soccer cleats. Soccer in the 70s, not a big thing in the United States. So if you wanted Puma soccer cleats, they were imported. And Puma made an all-rubberized sole tennis shoe that you couldn't find anywhere else. If you played handball, special handball footwear, Puma imported those. And back then, you didn't have entire teams or entire leagues, say, that were Nike or Adidas. Athletes could cut their individual deals with their sneaker companies, 1 and 2. So Reggie Jackson, Catfish Hunter, Thurman Munson, and Greg Nettles, all great players for the Yankees, were all Puma athletes. So was Ron Guidry, but I don't remember if I had a Ron Guidry poster in my basement. 1-2 pitch. That gets past the catcher, and you know what? Now they're saying Cotter was hit by that pitch. Thought at first that was going to be a wild pitch. Nope, Cotter is hit by a pitch, and there are runners at first and second.
Left fielder, Brennan Hochberger.
Here's Brennan Hochberger in a big spot. 1 out, runners at first and second. Evergreens are trying to get back the run to get this game tied again. Down low, ball 1. Yeah, I'm trying to think back to my youth, some of the other athletes that wore Puma shoes. Pele when he came to play for the New York Cosmos. Pele was an endorsement machine for the 1970s. Not a lot of money to be made playing soccer in Brazil. So when he came to the U.S., he was older. Some of his skills were gone. This is to right field. It's down. And it's bobbled out there. The Everests are going to try and bring this run all the way around, and it's a tie game. That's a hit and a bobble in right field. I think it should be scored a hit and an error. The right fielder, Carson Baumann, didn't come up with that ball cleanly. The Evergreens have tied the game 2-2. Brennan Hochberger gets a hit. Jake Versamak comes around on the hit to third base and then scores on the bobble in right field by Carson Baumann.
Logan George.
Yes, in the tennis world, Chris Everett and Jimmy Connors were Puma athletes. Logan George to hit here. Looking to bunt. Offered at it. Strike one. With one out and two aboard, the Evergreens are looking for more. They've come back to tie this game. So, back and forth we go. This has been a competitive baseball game today. That's up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Davis Winters for the Lumberjacks has pitched well. We're brought to you by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step. Visit Next Step Prosthetics today. Force at any base for the Lumberjacks defense with runners at first and second. Late swing to short, to the bag 1, throwing on to first. That's a double play that ends the inning. Jack Barthels took it himself to second base and then threw on to first. The Evergreens get a run on an error in the outfield, and we are tied at the end of 4, 2-2 on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot.
People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here. I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
The Evergreens are making a pitching change here in the top of the 5th inning. Nate Langman's day is done. Nate will be no decisioned in this game as it's tied 2-2, and here comes Jack Dvorak in relief. Dvorak's a junior right-hander. Give you Nate Langman's line. I'm not sure if he opened up his uniform if we'd see the Superman S for Nate Langman. This kind of looked like a comeback game for Nate Langman. 4 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs. Neither of the runs were earned. Nate struck out 5 Lumberjacks, walked 2, and threw a wild pitch. To the top of the East batting order, Ian Stahl to hit. So the Evergreens will be looking to their bullpen to get them a win today. Inside corner, strike 1. We've seen Dvorak pitch effectively today. Dvorak's had a couple of starts this season in non-conference games and has had a couple of relief appearances too. Out in front of that and fouled off down the first base line. Yeah, did Nate Langman pitch poorly? No, not at all. He just looked like a pitcher who hasn't pitched since the early part of April. He's been on the shelf for a while. He'll get another go-round next week. I would imagine he'll pitch in Thursday's game at Marshfield. Inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, tomorrow on Zaleski Sports, Everest fans will have the first game of the doubleheader against Eau Claire Memorial. We'll keep our cameras on for Game 2, so you'll see them both starting at 11 o'clock. A ball and 2 strikes. This is hit to third. Throwing across the diamond, Nevin Poppy is just thrown out. Ian Stahl. Stahl 0 for 3 today.
Pitcher. Davis Winter.
Here's Davis Winter. Baseball brought to you by S.C. Swiderski. And S.C. Swiderski Apartment or Home is where you want to live, work, and play throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to S.C. Swiderski. They'll make you feel right at home. Visit scswiderski.com for more. Swing and a miss. Ball had some break on it. Evergreens own the hit column 4-2. 0-1 pitch. Hit up the middle, and it's a hit for Davis Winter. A 1-out base runner for Wausau East.
Center fielder. Caden Worth.
Caden Worth tied the game after reaching on an error, and then advancing to third on another error. Scored on a pass ball from third base. At the time, that tied our game 1-1. We're tied 2-2 now. Top of the 5th as we chug through the middle innings on a really nice Friday afternoon. Worth asked for time, so that's no pitch. And this ball is popped up. Foul territory, maybe a play for catcher Andrew Cotter. He's right up against the fence. No play. That's a deceptively tough play for a catcher at any level. I mean, even in the major and minor leagues where it's not a chain link fence, where it's a net back there, when you're running towards it, finding out how much ground you have and then looking at the net or fence creates kind of an optical illusion. Tough play. No balls and 1 strike to Caden Worth. Evergreens put a run across in the bottom of the 3rd, led 1-0. East took a 2-1 lead with 2 in the 4th inning. And then Everest came back to tie the game in the bottom of the 4th. 2-2 where we are now. Outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Worth looks down at his third base coach, gets his sign. Hit and run on here? Maybe. One ball, 1 strike. Coming home. Fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes. I understand that I'm cutting out a little bit. We'll do what we can. Make the gerbil run faster. Worth trying to move Davis Winter over. Throw over, he's back safely. Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. 100% employee owned. Staub Construction. Throw over again. Yeah, the Evergreens are thinking that that runner at first is going to be in motion. Strike him out, throw him out would end the inning. How about that, boys? Slow roller back to the mound. Pitcher bobbles, only play to first. Got him? No, they're saying safe. I'm not sure about that. Wow. Thought that ball was there in plenty of time. It's an error on the pitcher. Evergreens sure looked like they were going to get an out somewhere on that play, and they didn't. Oliver Tarowski, who struck out in both of his plate appearances so far, ready to take his turn now.
Designated hitter, Oliver Tarowski.
1 out, first and second. So the Evergreens 3 errors today have made things harder than it has to be. Outside, ball 1. This is Jack Dvorak's first inning of work. He's on in relief of Nate Langman. On the ground to short. To second, there's one. The turn back to first. Safe at first base. There's the second out, but East will have runners on the corners.
Third baseman. Zach.
Huggle, who reached on an error his last time up. We'll have a chance here with 2 outs. And the go-ahead runs at third. Jack Dvorak on in his first inning of relief. The mission here is to keep this a tie game, 2 apiece. Throw over to first. Runner is back. First pitch in the sequence coming home. It's hit on the ground to second. Over to first, that brings the inning to a close. Logan George has retired Zach Poggle. Wausau East gets a hit and leaves 2 aboard. But Dvorak, in relief of Langman, hangs up a 0. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th, tied 2-2 on Zaleski Sports.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
Find auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable automotive repair from the experts you can trust will exceed your expectations. Auto repair has never been so comfortable, with a spacious, clean waiting room with refreshments along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. And ask about their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. For your next auto repair or maintenance, bring your vehicle to Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Center field. Pearson McDonald.
We were wondering between innings if Wausau East would be going to their bullpen. The answer to that is no. Davis Winter is on to work the bottom of the 5th. He's gone all the way so far. He'll face 9-1-2 in the Everest batting order. Here's Pearson McDonald, who singled his first time up. PMAC takes a strike. We're brought to you by Ag Country Farm Credit Services, a farmer-owned cooperative with a wide variety of custom financing and financial services. Loans, leases, crop insurance, tax, and records, they have you covered. Ag Country, Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford. Ground ball there. I think he's safe. No, he's out. Oh, my. We have had a couple of bang-bang plays at first base. Again, our infield umpire, he's right there. He's closer. He's got a better view than us.
Nevin Poppy.
Nevin Poppy is 0 for 2. Did I see correctly? Nevin had a home run up in Merrill. Yeah, over the drawn-in fences. You know what the distance is from the old stone wall in center field in Merrill? 543. I was telling Nevin, now he's from Minnesota. I was chatting with him before the game. So, you know, Hank Aaron played high school baseball in Wisconsin. And he had a home run over the old fences in Merrill. There's a strike, 2 balls and 1 strike. And I'm not sure if Nevin believes me, but when we play over at Carson Park, they've got a statue of Hank Aaron outside in the plaza behind the ticket window. This is popped up in foul ground. There may be a play here. First baseman is over, taking a look. Did you catch that, or did it hit the screen? No, hit the screen, out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the legend has it that at Carson Park, if you rub the head of Hank Aaron as you're going into the ballpark, you'll hit a home run that day. Evergreens have no games at Carson Park this year. Beautiful place to do a game. 2-2. Popped up on the infield. Pitcher is calling and catching, and Davis Winters got a second out. Here's Colin Eversold, who's walked and flied out.
Shortstop, Colin Eversold.
Now, if memory serves, Hank Aaron played minor league baseball in Eau Claire, back when they were the Eau Claire Bears. Late swing to short. Across the diamond, that's a 1-2-3 inning for Davis Winter, who turns the Evergreens away in the bottom of the fifth. It's getting late on this Friday afternoon, and the Lumberjacks and Evergreens are still tied 2-2 on Zaleski Sports.
Join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Friday, May 31st is the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment. Also, enjoy free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, June 1st, the parade starts at 11 a.m. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at Upham Mansion. Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting outdoor beverage garden with live music. For more information, visit marshfieldchamber.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Elite Auto Care is a family-owned business providing top-notch car care to the Schofield, Weston, and Wausau area. They deliver honest and professional automotive repair and maintenance services with quality ASE certified technicians that you can trust. Elite Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles. From general maintenance, air conditioning and brakes to exhaust, axle repair, tires, or just a simple oil change. Turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Top of the sixth is on. Second inning of work for Jack Dvorak in relief of Nate Langman. Tied 2-2. Ryan Rodemeyer, the East catcher, will lead off. Ball one down low. I wonder if when I do my next game at Carson Park, if I rub the Hank Aaron statue, do I get to call a home run? Little high, 2 balls and no strikes. Did an Everest game on the radio when Mike Plaza in his senior year hit the longest high school home run that I've ever seen, and it came at Carson Park. Strike, 2 balls and 1 strike. Mike Plaza in his senior year hit the longest foul ball home run, just foul down the left field line, went out onto the football field. UW Eau Claire's football field is beyond the outfield wall at Carson Park. Checked his swing, foul tip, strike 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And then the very next pitch, he straightened it out. And from our press box up on the roof at Carson Park, he hit it out onto the logo at the 50-yard line on the football field. That was a long home run. 2-2, and that's up high. Count fills up. Rodemeyer's been on base both of his at-bats, a hit and a walk. Payoff pitch coming. Hit on the ground is short. Ebersol plays it off to the side, throws across the diamond. There's the first out. Jack Bartels also has a hit for East. He's 1 for 2. He'll take his turn now.
Jack Bartels.
Carson Park was also the scene of the coldest baseball game that I've ever done. You know, both Eau Claire Memorial and Eau Claire North play their home baseball games there. So a lot of times they're a doubleheader, so the first game could be at 10 o'clock in the morning. And it was May, but dang, it was cold. No balls, 1 strike. Hit on the ground is short again. Another chance for Colin Ebersol. He's got both the outs so far this inning. Bartels is retired. Baseball is brought to you by Foundation Finance. Now's your chance to work with a company that really understands growth. Foundation Finance has grown every year since they started in 2012. Make the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group, and full-time benefits that start from day one at Foundation Finance. 2 outs and none on for Jed Vandersalden. I didn't say that right. Let me try that again. Jed Vandersanden takes strike one. What I remember about the coldest game ever in May at Carson Park was I looked at the press box across the way and the Eau Claire radio people were all comfortable in there. Theirs had heat. The visitors' press box did not. I'm thinking by the 4th or 5th inning, I can't feel my feet. So I'm trying to wiggle my toes and nothing's happening. 2 balls and 1 strike to Jed here with 2 outs and nobody on. That's down low, 3 balls and 1 strike. If you're Jack Dvorak, you'd like to challenge the number 8 hitter, because if you give up a free pass here, well, then the number 9 batter clears here in the 6th inning. And that's what the Evergreens did not want, a 2-out walk from Jack Dvorak. Vandersanden goes down to first base. Bodie Beaversdorf is 0 for 2. He was the last batter that Nate Langbin faced. Struck him out with runners at the corners. Kept this game tied at 2-2, which is where we are right now. Strike one. What this means now, in the 7th, 1, 2, and 3 for Wausau East are due up. That's assuming that Bodie doesn't keep the inning going. Throw over to first, runners back. You know, obviously, it's high school baseball, so there are always errors or mistakes. This game just feels like the team that scores next is going to win this afternoon. That's outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Each team has played with the lead. The Evergreens 1-0. Wausau East 2-1. Tied at 2 apiece now. 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs and a man at first. Foul ball. 1-2. Dvorak's looking to slam the door here on the visitors' half of the 6th inning. He's ahead a ball and 2 strike to Bodie Beaversdorf with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Coming home. Diving ball that gets into left field. The inning continues. Just past third baseman Nevin Poppy. 2 outs, first and second. Top of the order up for the Lumberjacks. Here's Ian Stahl, who is 0 for 3.
Ian Stahl.
So all of the East big bats, the top of the order, will get one more turn, either here in the 6th or in the next frame, the 7th. So the Lumberjacks are going to have their opportunities. 2 outs, high, ball 1. Evergreens got the first 2 outs easily on ground outs to short. Then a walk and a hit. And the East batter calls time. That's happened a couple of times here. 2 or 3 times by my count. The East batter has disengaged just before the pitch was coming. There's a strike, 1-1. The Evergreens have 3, 4, and 5 in their batting order due up in the home half of the 6th, hoping to get there with this game still tied. 1-1, coming home. Slow roller to the pitcher's mound. Barehanded by Dvorak and threw him out. That brings the inning to a close. Style is 0 for 4. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th, still tied 2-2 on Zaleski Sports.
Access Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating, but with Access Insurance you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at accessinsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
The Evergreens are looking to retake the lead in the bottom of the 6th. Nate Langman, who is the starting pitcher, hits here as the designated hitter. Elite Auto Care is where Schofield, Weston, and Wausau turn for local family-owned auto service you can trust. Major and minor repairs, foreign and domestic vehicles. Elite Auto Care, Schofield Avenue in Schofield. Again, Langman will not figure in the decision pitching-wise. First ball swinging down the right field line. Long run, no play. Mutual of Wausau Insurance has been protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com and find an agent near you. Nate Langman pitched the first 4 innings. The 2 runs that he allowed were both unearned. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball to center. Center fielder's going back, reaches out, and makes the catch. Nice play in center field by Caden Worth. That ball had a little too much hang time on it. Allowed Worth to go back and make that catch over his right shoulder. Nate Langman's the first out in center field. Nate's 0 for 3 today. They're saying no, that ball was caught, or they're saying that it came out of his glove when he was reaching in. They're going to have a discussion on whether that's out or whether Nate Langman's at second base. Did the center fielder hold it long enough for it to be recorded as an out? And they're calling out. Nate Langman is out. They're going to say that Caden Worth held that ball, and then when he reached into his glove to throw it back into the infield, that the out had already been recorded. Langman is out. Cole Van Slyke 1 for 2. Boy, that's a big call in this ball game. Down low, ball 1. Great Lakes Cheese says, join the team at Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau. You'll work at a state-of-the-art facility with excellent benefits, pay, culture, and much more. Join a growing company and get your career on the right path at Great Lakes Cheese. You can apply online, greatlakescheese.com. On the first base side, foul ball. Jed Vandersanden picked it up, but he was on the other side of the line. A ball and a strike to Cole Van Slyke. Van Slyke singled back in the 4th and was forced out at second. He's under this one. Fly ball to shallow left. A lot of time for coming in for Ian Stahl, who makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down. Davis Winter, you think he's getting tired? Well, he's retired the last 6 evergreens that he's faced. Here's Jake Versamak. Single and reached on a fielder's choice. Scored one of the 2 runs for the Evergreens. A little inside, ball 1 to Versamak. Yeah, so the inning starts with a line drive to center from Nate Langman and an over-the-shoulder catch from Caden Worth. Evergreens thought maybe he dropped it. Umpire says, nope, held it long enough. 2 balls and no strikes to Versamak. Hits with 2 outs and nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. Late swing down the third base side, foul. Evergreen still trying to wash the bad taste away from yesterday's 6-5 loss up in Merrill. Two balls and a strike to Versamak. Late swing here, but it's going to fall in center field. A 2-out hit for Versamak. He's the only player today in the 2-hit club.
Catcher, Andrew Cotter.
Magna cum laude Andrew Cotter will take his turn. Andrew's going to study engineering, so he's taking a nice easy major when he goes off to college. I know Andrew last year played a full summer of American Legion ball, so I'm looking forward to seeing him some more during July and August. Down low, ball 1. Rotographic Printing says they're your Wausau graphic printing expert. Your business can always depend on the finest customer service, ensuring your project is done right and setting you apart from the competition. From sales literature, retail product design, brand building, for your next graphics printing job, look to Rotographics Printing, 80th Street, Wausau. It's outside, 2 balls and no strikes. If the inning continues, Brennan Hochberger awaits in the on-deck circle. Brennan's already hit safely today. Cotter was hit by a pitch and bounced into a fielder's choice. And that's down to right field. The Evergreens have something going with 2 outs. Going to try and bring that runner to third. Yes, sir. Runners on the corners. 2-out rally for Everest. Jake Versamak shows off the wheels and takes the extra base on the hit to right. Does Wausau East go to their bullpen here? Hochberger's 1 for 2. Evergreens get back-to-back hits with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. This may be a discussion of who do you want to pitch to. Hochberger has a hit. Logan George in the on-deck circle is 0 for 2 today. If the Evergreens can push a run across, I would not be surprised if the Evergreens go to a third pitcher. This may be Colin Ebersold's game to close out. And during the East trip to the mound, the Evergreens get to huddle up both of their base runners. Runners at first and third. The Evergreens love the double steal here and might try and steal a run from third base. Don't need the signs here. The Evergreens got the batter and the 2 base runners to huddle up during the pitching conference. Davis Winter, who has pitched well today, gone the distance for the Lumberjacks. First pitch to Hochberger, low, bounced off the plate, ball 1. Can't afford a wild pitch or a pass ball here. Could cost you the ball game. Andrew Cotter's at first. Jake Versamak's at third. There's a strike. Runner is going from first. There'll be no throw down. Back at home plate, it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Brennan Hochberger. Hit to the outfield could bring in 2. Could be the haymaker here if Hochberger can deliver. And it's down in right field. It's caught. It's caught by the first baseman, Jed Vandersanden. That's a great play at first base. Saved 2 runs and keeps the ball game tied. My goodness, off the bat, I thought that was ticketed for right field with 2 runs. It is not to be. A great play in the field keeps us tied 2-2 as we go to the 7th. Tell me how this one ends when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot.
People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here. I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
I'm Karen from the Hearing House. Ignoring hearing loss can have many negative effects on your body and your life. Even if you don't realize it, it can affect your mind, your relationships, the way you feel, the way you act, your activities. Hearing loss is so much more than not hearing what people are saying. That's why at the Hearing House we're so passionate about what we do, because we see the changes in people's lives.
So call us if you're ready to find out if we can help you.
Make your house a hearing house.
Tell you what, this has been a fun ball game. Top of the 7th, tied 2-2. I'm Chris Conley. Wausau East and DC Everest locked in battle on a Friday afternoon. Brought to you by Culligan Water. Get Culligan Water for $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water. Their website is culliganh2o.com. Davis Winter will lead off for the Lumberjacks here in the top of the 7th. Inside, ball 1. Both teams threatened in the 6th. East had a 2-out rally, first and second, before Ian Stahl grounded out to the pitcher. That's fouled away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Evergreens put runners on second and third. Brennan Hochberger hit a line drive that was caught at first base. And here we go. The 7th inning will decide it. Maybe extras today. Fouled off down the first base side. A ball and 2 strikes. As we mentioned earlier, both of these teams play tomorrow. The Lumberjacks go to Green Bay to play Notre Dame, the best Division II team in the state. And they'll have none of their seniors. It's graduation morning for Wausau East. 1-2 pitch. Ball is hit to first. Cole Van Slyke has it and will take it himself. There's the first out in the 7th.
Center fielder.
Here's Caden Worth.
Caden Worth.
He's 0 for 2, but he's on base in all of his plate appearances. Reached on a shortstop error, reached on a pitcher's error, and walked his first time up. So the Evergreens have yet to retire Caden Worth. Yeah, this is my first time seeing the Lumberjacks this year. Wausau East has a nice team. Playing better baseball compared to past seasons. First ball swinging, it's popped up. In center field, Pearson McDonald moves over and makes the catch. There's the second out. Oliver Tarashki is 0 for 3. He struck out twice. Both of those strikeouts came when Nate Langman was working the first 4 innings today. Should the Evergreens get this to the bottom of the 7th, they'll have 8, 9, and 1 in their batting order, looking to walk off the Lumberjacks. But they've got to get one more out here. First ball swinging, fouled back, strike 1. J&D Tube Benders in the Weston Industrial Park is a certified custom manufacturer and distributor of tubes, tubings, and tube assemblies. A local family-owned business that could be the perfect spot for the next step in your career. Looking for a change? Apply online. Their website is jdtube.com. That's JD Tube Benders. Dvorak comes set with 2 outs and nobody on. There's a strike. Strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Oliver Tarashki. Got him out in front of that. It's popped up on the infield. First baseman Cole Van Slyke calling and catching, and the Lumberjacks go 3 up, 3 down, quiet in the top of the 7th. The Evergreens will be looking to walk off Wausau East when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
In high school baseball, we play 7 innings, and we've come to the bottom of the 7th, tied 2-2. The Evergreens are sending up a pinch hitter for Logan George. Hitting in George's spot will be Kyle Welsh, a senior. Welch has had more chances to hit as we've gotten into the later parts of the season. And there's a strike. Davis Winter out to work a 7th inning. Inside out swing to the shortstop. Throwing across the diamond, there's the first out. Jack Bartels has retired Kyle Welch.
Center fielder.
1 out and no one on for Pearson McDonald. On deck is Nevin Poppy, who is 0 for 3, but Poppy's been swinging a really hot bat. Would love to see Nevin Poppy come up with a runner on base. Let's see if Pearson McDonald can deliver. He's 1 for 2 today with a single. Pitches up high, ball 1. With both of these teams having games tomorrow, pitching's kind of at a premium, which is why Davis Winter is being asked to go the distance here. That's up high, 2 balls and no strikes. Pearson McDonald, who's hitting 9th in the Everest batting order, has good speed too. You walk him here, he could steal 2nd. That's a high strike. 2-1. Wausau East has played 9 conference games so far, and they've won 6 of them. They have not played Spash yet. They have 2 against Spash next week. To third. High hop. Throw across the diamond. It's wild, and they're going to say he tagged him. Oh, the Evergreens disagree with that call. Coach Dave Langman has popped up from the third base box like he was sitting on a spring. Throw was wild, and they're going to say that the first baseman was able to tag Pearson McDonald. They're going to ask if the home plate umpire saw it the same way. Home plate umpire is cleaning off home plate. He's not possibly going to overturn this call. Pearson McDonald holds first base until we get a definitive ruling here. Infield and home plate umpire huddle up, and the call of out stands.
Third baseman, Nevin Poppy.
2 outs and none on. It's either Nevin Poppy or extra innings today. Nevin will be swinging for the fences here. He's going to look to park one in Mosinee. First ball swinging to the shortstop. It's a 3-up, 3-down, bottom of the 7th inning. 2 extra innings we go, tied 2-2 on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
So 7 regulation innings is not enough to decide today's game between DC Everest and Wausau East. Zach Poggle, 0 for 3 today, will take his turn to lead off the top of the 8th. Extras here at Simon Field on a Friday afternoon. Jack Dvorak, who came on in the 5th inning, has been spectacular in relief. He's allowed just 2 hits, no runs. Down low for ball 1. Both teams went 3 up, 3 down in the 7th, so nothing doing in the 7th and final regulation inning. Ball 2. Everything magnified when you go to extra innings. That's outside 3-0. We do not play extra innings in high school baseball like they do in the majors. There's no runner at second. You've got to actually score the run legitimately. Still not sure how I feel about that major league change. A 4-pitch walk to Zach Poggle to open up the 8th.
Catcher. Ryan Rodemeyer.
I get what Major League Baseball is trying to do with the runner at second. I mean, they don't want teams playing 16, 17, 18-inning games. I mean, that just destroys the bullpen. Both of those teams are at a disadvantage for the game that follows and maybe even the game after that. Ryan Rodemeyer will hit now. The discussion is whether or not he'll be asked to put down a sacrifice bunt and move that leadoff walk to scoring position. No scoring in this game since the 4th inning. Zeros in the 5th, 6th, and 7th. Everest third baseman Nevin Poppy is a step in on the grass, assuming that there will be a bunt here. See if that's how East plays it. Throw over to first. Everest first baseman Cole Van Slyke is playing well in front of the runner. Coming home, attempted to bunt and pulled the bat back. That's 5 out of the strike zone in a row for Jack Dvorak. No time now to lose your control. Tried that bunt, and it's fouled off. 1-1. Rodemeyer will probably get one more chance to get the bunt down. If he gets to 2 strikes, he'll get to swing away. Dvorak coming home at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the bunt is down. Pitcher's only plays to first base. That's a successful sacrifice. The Evergreens get an out, but Wausau East got what they wanted there. Move that runner down to second base. Two RBI chances. Jack Barthels and Jeb Vandersanden. If either of them can hit safely to the outfield, they give Wausau East the lead. Barthels is 1 for 3 today, singled back in the run-scoring 4th inning. Up high, ball 1. Barthels' hit came off of Nate Langman. Ball is hit down the third base line. Foul ball. Foul ball. Couple of more inches in the other direction and into the corner, and Wausau East would have taken a lead. Instead, 1 ball and 1 strike. Zach Poggle at second base. 1 out in the top of the 8th. Fly ball. Center fielder Pearson McDonald makes the catch. The runner dekes and retreats, so no advance. There's the second out. Jed Vandersanden has the defensive play of the game. A line drive that looked like it was going to go to right field that he caught. Denied the Evergreens a chance to take a lead. Vandersanden at the plate has walked, struck out and grounded out. So officially 0 for 2. Jack Dvorak trying to get us to the bottom of the 8th with a tie game. Ground ball to left. It's through. They are going to hold the runner at third base. Had to hold up for a moment to see if the shortstop, Colin Ebersol, was going to get a play on that. It's a hit to left field. The inning continues, but no run scores. Runners at first and third. Bodie Beaversdorf is 1 for 3. And now Everest coach Dave Langman comes out to talk to Jack Dvorak. East with runners on first and third. I don't think the Evergreens are making a pitching change here. I think the Evergreens are talking about how they want to play a potential double steal in this spot. And I think it's a reminder or a prompter for Jack Dvorak that he's facing the number 9 hitter here. So you want to challenge Beaversdorf so that you don't have to face the top of the East batting order here. Looking ahead to the home half of the 8th inning, 2, 3, and 4 for the Evergreens. Colin Ebersol, Nate Langman, and Cole Van Slyke. Now this conference at the mound is being broken up. No pitching change. This has been a long relief assignment for Jack Dvorak. He's in his 4th inning of work. First and third for the Lumberjacks, trying to retake the lead in the top of the 8th. Dvorak to Beaversdorf, coming home. Strike 1. Managers and coaches love it when they make a trip to the mound and the next pitch is a strike, like they think they willed it right over the plate. 0-1 pitch. Took something off, and that's fouled off. Is there a play for catcher Andrew Cotter? Nope. Up on the Wausau East dugout. No balls and 2 strikes. Now, regular pitching theory tells you that you're going to try and get the batter to swing at something out of the strike zone here. I'm not sure if that's what I'm trying with a runner at third. A wild pitch or a pass ball costs you a run, so maybe you want to challenge Beaversdorf. Pitcher ahead 0-2. 2 outs. The Evergreens they're going to get that runner in an intentional rundown, and they're going to let him go back to first. Evergreens played that very gingerly because they don't want the runner from third to break for home. So Wausau East was willing to have a potential out on the bases to try and get that runner to break from third and score. They may try that again here. 0-2. Coming home, it's a ground ball to second. The inning's going to be over. Logan George over to first base. The Evergreens get out of trouble. East leaves 2 on the bases and does not score. Evergreens with another chance for a walk-off win as we go to the bottom of the 8th when we're back on Zaleski Sports.
At Abbey Bank, we understand the importance of your financial journey. Experience the future of banking with our cutting-edge digital solutions. Access your accounts anytime, anywhere, seamlessly. But we're more than just digital convenience. Step into any one of our branches and feel the warmth of personalized service. We're not just a bank, we're part of your community. Discover the difference at Abbey Bank, where we make banking about you.
Welcome to J&D Tube Benders. Here at J&D, we strive to meet our customers' requirements and expectations. We pursue this goal through the effort of our dedicated employees by continually improving in the areas of customer service, quality, and productivity. We pride ourselves on not only being a pillar of the manufacturing industry, but a family to our employees. J&D Tube Benders, the fastest name in tube line fabrication.
Here is a rarity in high school baseball, a starting pitcher who will work into the 8th inning. Davis Winter to face Colin Ebersol as the bottom of the 8th is on. Ebersol checked his swing and went, strike one. Davis Winter, I think his pitch count is in the 80s.
That's 82.
Yep, 82. Thank you. Down low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Colin Ebersol today is walked and is over 2. Fly out and a ground out. Leadoff base runner would suit the Evergreens just fine. Hit to short, bobbled, and through. Colin Ebersol is aboard. Let's consult with our friends here in the press box. I think that's an error on the East shortstop. Jack Barthels had to move just 1 step, and it went under his glove. Yeah, that's an error. E6. It's the 4th error of the game for the Lumberjacks. Nate Langbin lined out to center field. Center fielder Caden Worth made a great play on Langbin the last time up. Langbin takes down low for a ball. Langbin's 0 for 3 today, but he was robbed his last at-bat. And this ball is hit up the middle, a hit. Evergreens are going to hold the runner at second base, just beyond second baseman Bodie Beaversdorf's reach. First and second aboard for the Evergreens.
First baseman, Cole Van Slyke.
Nobody out. Now a trip to the mound and probably a pitcher's change. Pitching change, yes indeed. John Winter took the baseball away immediately from Davis Winter. Winter has pitched really too well to lose. But an error and a hit here in the 8th inning, and the Evergreens look like they're in business to try and walk off this ball game. The new East pitcher is popping out of the dugout. We'll see who that is in just a moment. Caden Worth, a senior, is going to be the new pitcher for Wausau East. So Worth, in from the outfield, will come on in relief here. For Davis Winter, 7 innings and 2 batters. He also allowed 2 runs, but neither of them were earned. Give you his pitching line in just a moment. Yeah, for Davis Winter, 7 innings and then 2 batters here in the 8th. So he's responsible for the 2 runners on base. 7 hits, 2 runs, none earned, 2 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Winter has one wild pitch. Colin Ebersol, which we had ruled he's on via an error. No, changing that to a hit. Who are we to argue? Changes Davis Winter's pitching line. He's allowed 8 hits, 2 runs, none earned. Gives way to senior Caden Worth, a right-hander. The Evergreens are opting for a pinch hitter. George Jablonski, a junior who's had very few plate appearances this year, is coming up.
Pinch hitting for the Evergreens, number 16, George Jablonski.
I would wager a $2 bet on tomorrow's Preakness Stakes that George Jablonski is up here to lay down a sacrifice bunt. So Caden Worth on in relief. Evergreens have none out and runners on first and second. So the Evergreens, I guess, looked on their bench. Who is the person most likely to get a sacrifice down? And it is Jablonski. Squares to bunt. Down low, bounces away from the catcher, and everyone's going to move up and throw it into the outfield. That's going to do it. If the Evergreens can get this run in, the run is high. Ball game over. Ball got away from the catcher and the runners moved up, and then the throw down into the outfield. An error wins the game for the Evergreens 3-2. What a tough way to lose a ball game for Wausau East. Evergreens get 2 hits to start the 8th, and then the run scores on a ball that pops away on an attempted sacrifice bunt, and then a wild throw into the outfield. Tell you what, that's a 5th error for Wausau East, and the Lumberjacks did themselves no favors in the field today. Final score, Evergreens 3, Wausau East 2. And Wausau East cannot possibly feel happy about the way this game came to an end. Davis Winter is the hard luck loser. He was responsible for the 2 runners on base here in the 8th inning. For the Evergreens, 3 runs, 8 hits, and 3 errors. For Wausau East, 2 runs, 5 hits, and that 5th error sinks the Lumberjacks today. The final score is 3-2. So the Evergreens just barely, in extra innings, sweep the season series from the Lumberjacks. Our postgame show is brought to you by Merrill Steel. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest. Apply at merrillsteel.com. Again, repeating our final score in 8. The Evergreens 3-2. The winning run scores on a wild pitch and then a throwing error. Boy, baseball's funny that way. Down to the field for postgame coverage when we come right back. I'm Chris Conley. You've been listening to East Everest Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
Postgame coverage in 8 innings. The Evergreens sweep the season series from the Lumberjacks 3-2. Assistant coach Greg Langbin will join us. I thought that Josh Dvorak was a star today. You come in long relief. You don't know how many innings you're going to go. 4 innings, no runs. I thought that was the key to the ballgame.
Yeah, I did a nice job. Got into better counts today. His trouble's been falling behind. Thought he made better pitches when he was ahead in the count, and he gave us what we needed.
Talk to us a little about Nate Langbin, because I thought it kind of looked like a game where he hadn't pitched in a while.
Yep, it was definitely it was a 5-week break. You could see he was pacing himself. He wasn't letting it loose every fastball, and that was kind of our goal, just to build him up a little bit and prepare him for 2 weeks for the playoff opener. And we were more than pleased with how it went for him. And obviously the health was the biggest concern, and building up the pitch count.
Nate coming back and being healthy is huge for the Evergreens, because you can be sitting on a win anytime to give him the baseball. So he gets, another start against Marshfield next week before we go to postseason? Probably.
I would think that would be the plan. Whether it's Tuesday or Thursday, we're not sure. And he will definitely throw the first round of the playoffs. And assuming that he's bouncing back, that's going to be the biggest thing, his recovery days. And but we were happy with how things went today. And he did a great job of attacking the zone, and he was actually pitching to more contact than he usually does.
This was a good win for the Evergreens today, because it kind of washes out the bad taste from last night's tough evening in Merrill.
Yeah, and that was a tough night. We started an hour and 15 minutes late, play extra innings. We didn't play great. Got back into the game. We fell down early. Tough loss in the end, and then today we play 8 more innings and hung in there. They gifted us a couple of runs, but you know what? You got to take advantage of those situations, and I thought the kids did a great job. Colin Ebersold is a great example of that. He and I talked in between innings after a couple of plays defensively, and he made great adjustments and came back and made some real positive plays.
Coach, thanks for coming over. Congratulations. Evergreens 3-2 winners today. We'll talk to Colin Ebersold, who starts off the 8th inning with a hit. You muscled one past the shortstop, and then you're on base. You could just tell that inning was going to set up. But getting the leadoff runner aboard is one of the keys.
Yeah, I had a good feeling going into this. We had Greg Mormon behind me, a.k.a. Nate, so I knew all I had to do was get on base, and he'd move us around. And then George, he's a guaranteed bunt. We didn't have to use him today, but, still would have gotten to third if he would have gotten it down, which I know he would have.
So let's talk about the game-winning play. George Jablonski's called up to pinch hit. Everyone in the ballpark knows that he's supposed to lay down a bunt. The pitch is outside, gets to the backstop. You move up to third, and then a throw, wild into the outfield. You knew you were going to come all the way around.
Oh, yeah. No, and if it wasn't going to be then, it was going to be George, sacrificing us in. I just happened to make a play and made a good read on it, so not much else to it.
And this is kind of a resilient game for you. You had a couple of errors in the field, but no one's going to remember that. They're going to remember the game-winning run.
Yeah, I had to bounce back from that, learn from your mistake kind of thing.
Congratulations on the win today. Evergreens are 3-2 victors today over Wausau East in 8 innings. That's going to wrap up our coverage from Simon Field. I'm Chris Conley. Thanks for joining us on Zaleski Sports.
My name is Todd, and I'm in the house.